When parts sales generate only 5 to 10% of a manufacturer's revenues, but account for 30 to 50% of their overall profits, it's hard to argue against increased competition and having a level playing field for independent repairers to compete.
We found numerous problems with the detail and timeliness of the information given by car manufacturers.
Joining me for day 2 of Autocare 2018 in Sydney. The show's put on by the Australian Automotive Aftermarket Association, and I think those guys and girls have put on a fantastic show. It's much smaller than the expo we're used to every 2 years in Melbourne, but it's like the atmosphere has been concentrated into this smaller space. The trade show is very vibrant, there's lots of people around, the aisles are packed with people walking around, talking, making friends, and the education program that has been assembled here is also really, really impressive.
We are now looking at systems in cars that have an optimal temperature window to do their job, and if they're outside of that, we're in trouble. And interestingly, they are looking to our industry to solve those problems.
The show started yesterday morning with an opening ceremony that included speeches by Assistant Minister Michael Sukkar. He's the Assistant Minister to the Treasurer, and he made it very clear, without making an announcement of sorts, but he made it very clear that there's a big priority for the Australian government to get some kind of mandatory repair information sharing scheme over the line.
A few days out from the budget, the fact that I'm here, I hope indicates to you that it is one of the highest priorities of the government, certainly one of the highest priorities for me.
The Assistant Minister's speech was potentially even topped by the speech by ACCC Chairman Rod Sims, who didn't mince his words in saying basically the car industry has been pretty poor in terms of recognising, respecting and providing consumer rights to people who are making these huge purchases with new cars.
In the case of the Australian automotive market, there's a strong case for change. When we looked at the issue as part of our new car retailing market study, we found numerous problems with the detail and timeliness of the information given by car manufacturers to independent repairers despite the voluntary commitments.
I was lucky enough to have a quick chat with Mr. Sims after his presentation, and he told me about his childhood growing up around mechanics. His father ran workshops in Lorne and Geelong later in his life, and Rod was in a house situated right behind the Lorne workshop. So he does come from that background. He knows the challenges and the types of people he's dealing with in the automotive aftermarket.
In the past, if you needed to fix a car, all you needed was a mechanic in greasy overalls, and I grew up amongst a lot of mechanics in greasy overalls, including my dad.
You really do feel like he gets it, and the depth in which the ACCC has studied the car industry, they have gone to huge efforts, and it was quite funny hearing some of the stories about their findings at the stage where they were making the market study happen, and some of the outcomes when the car industry realised what was going on. I'll put a full report of the Rod Sims presentation in the next copy of Sightglass News that's coming very soon.